Yes, we have discussed what difference between pop and boot. Now we are going to discuss the next concept, what definition and declaration of what your objects and classes. Okay, how we are going to define and how we are going to declare a class. So what is mean by definition means definition which is mainly used to naming the class and data variables, and sometimes it acts as like what interface. Okay, so definition means it is mainly used for naming the class, and data variables, and sometimes it also used as what interface. So what about declaration? Declaration is mainly used for the representation of, objects of the particular class. So definition says that, like your class definition says that it is mainly used for naming of the class and defining the data variables, and also it is also used for interface of the class. So, but what about declaration says? Declaration of class indicates that it is mainly used to represent the object of particular class. Okay, it is mainly used to represent objects of particular class. Okay, I'll give an example, then you will get an idea. So this is the definition and declaration of what class. Now, how we are going to define a class? Okay, how we are going to define a class? You have to follow what your class syntax. That is what your class user defined name. You can take user defined name or user defined name, right? Next, inside we are having private, public, and protected, and always class ends with what? Semicolon. This is compulsory. If you didn't use this one, you will get many errors. So we have what? Three access specifier: private, public, and protected. As we discussed in previous class, private means it can be accessed only inside the class. Public, you can access the data both inside and outside the class. Protected, it is same as private only, but non-member functions cannot access, but friend function you can access. So private and protected both can be accessed only inside the class. Okay, and one more difference I said, that is protected, it is mainly used to access what your subclasses. This concept can be discussed in inheritance chapter. Now as per now, private and protected both can be used to access only inside the class. Public means both inside and outside the class. So you can consider any access specifier. It is having two types. One is what your data member and member functions. And if it is public, again it is declared what your data members and member function. If it is protected, again it is having what? Data members and member functions. Each and every access specifier contains what? Data member and member function. So this is what your general form or a syntax of what? A class declaration. Okay, class declaration. So inside class we can represent in three ways. Okay, inside class we can represent in three ways with the help of access specifier, that is private, public, and protected. So here the class name, it is a user defined name. Class name means it is user defined name which will be defined by the user. alongside what? Your member functions. And always class ends with what? Semicolon. So data members is also called as what? Characteristics. And member function is also called as what? Your behavior. Member function is also called as what? Behavior. Next, we will take one example. Consider class. This is example. Class user defined name. Okay, it is also called as what? Your class name. Class name. Class name is a user defined name because it will be defined by what? User. So now I want to declare a class for student. So here I have taken class keyword and my class name is what? Student, which will be defined by what? User. Class student I have taken. So inside I am going to use what? Private. I am going to use private access specifier. So here you have to represent what? Data member and member function. So here, what are all the data members required for student or characteristics? Characteristics consider student. Okay, student. What are all the attributes or what are all the characteristics you can define? I can consider name. I can consider what? Name of a student. I can consider what? Age. I can consider age of the student. I can consider branch. I can consider branch. I can also consider what? Register number, etc. Okay, so I can consider name of the student, age, branch, and register number. So name can be represented in alphabets. So here I am taking as what? Character as a data. And one RSI is specified. Okay, age, either you can use float or you can use what? Int. So here I am going to take what? Integer data. Branch. Branch like PCMB or CEDA or PCMC like that. So I can also represent it what? Then register number I am using what? Int. So what are all the variables you have declared? Okay, what are all the variables you have declared? This all we are calling as data members. Okay, data members which can be derived from what? Student. It is also called as what? Characteristics. Okay, this is what your data members. So if I want to access from outside, it is not possible. Why? Because we are using the access specified as what? Private. Private means you can access only inside the class. Assume that I am an unknown user. I am coming from outside. If I am trying to access, my access was restricted. Why? Because I am not the member of our private. So it does not permit me to access the data. So what you are going to do, you require member functions. Okay, you require what? Member functions. With the help of member function, you are going to access what? Data. So the member functions can be declared under the public access specifier. So I want to read and display the data members. Okay, so how means you have to use what? Void read data function, or else you can use get data, set data, anything is fine. Then void display data. Void display data. So here I am using what? Two member functions. What is the use of member function? Means I can access the data members. So if I come from outside, my access will be restricted. Why? Because I am using private. So if you use member function, what will happen? With the help of this member function, you can access what? The data members. Okay, so read data in the sense whatever the input you are giving, like name Divya, age is 5, branch some PCMB, age like 17 years, that input will be accepted what read data member function. So display data means it going to display whatever the output is there in the data. So read data, it will read the data member. Display data, it will display the output of what is. So with the help of this member functions, we are accessing what the data member. So then close the class and always class ends with what? Sun. So like this you are going to use what your class.